Right, yes, guys, welcome back to Box Fits podcast. I'm here with my main man from Sweet Science, Faz. What's happening, my brother?
All good, my brother Fitz.
How you been?
Very good. Very busy week this week. I'm sure we're going to be touching on that. And I actually went to the Arsenal play today, and I am knackered.
Yeah, how was that?
Oh, amazing! I can't. You know what? Some things you can't describe. Yeah, but that parade, it was something else. It just shows, Arsenal's such a community hub club. And yeah, I've learned loads of chants. Please don't test me in the chants because I'm going to
Come
get
on,
them
come
wrong.
on, come on. What did you learn today? Because
What
you
do
was
you
you was
think
giving it earlier. You was like, I'm gonna say this on the podcast.
What do you think of the top one? That one, obviously everybody knows that one. There's the good ones. There's oh man, you put me on the spot now. There's the one that goes, oh, he's 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again.
Yeah.
One of those ones. Mate, there was loads of chance honestly, but I've got that one that goes ole 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 in my head as well.
Yeah.
I think I need to go back to a few parades next year and the year after.
Well, if they win a few more things, a few more parades for us. But before we move into boxing, let's quickly talk about the game. What do you think? How do you feel it went?
Game.
Yeah, the Arsenal game. What happened Saturday night? Champions League final.
I was trying to erase that from my memory, but you know what it is, yeah. We dared to be great. We were very close. Unfortunately, we didn't get that penalty on point or that bit. I feel like also Mikel Arteta. Maybe he hasn't had as much experience on that level, but he used all his subs too early. And
Yeah.
like for example, Hincapié, our left back, was injured and he couldn't sub him off. So he could have done better. I'm saying, but you know what is? I'm happy he gave me a great memory. I got to watch the Arsenal in the Champions League final. The last time we was in the Champions League final was 2006, I think, when we lost against Barcelona, I believe, so a while ago.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'm happy our team did great, and we are definitely going to be champions of Europe eventually.
Come on, man. We go again next year.
That's it.
But let's get back to boxing. Friday night, my first media day at MF Pro.
Yep.
It's a bit of an experience, to be
Well,
fair.
we went to a presser before the meeting on Wednesday.
We did.
That was really good.
There's two things I want to touch on that.
Yeah.
First of all, Dan Toward and Jack Corrie, mate,
What
like
fight?
the room literally went dead silent
Yeah.
the minute they started. You could feel the atmosphere.
But you know what it is? It was a Scouser versus Geordie, and I feel like there's a bit of spite in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be like us versus a Tottenham fan. There's gonna be spite in it. You know what I mean? So we have a Geordie versus a Scouser, and you know what? Them guys, Northerners, they're proper proud of where they're from. And it was a good fight as well.
Yeah,
a
mate.
good press and a
for
good
me,
fight.
that was fight of the night. Like that was good atmosphere. We had Jack Corrie's fans in front of us.
Yeah, oh mate, they were
giving
great.
you a bit of stick.
They were giving me stick. I was chatting to them, having loads of fun with them. They're top bunch. But yeah, that was really good press as well, and as well as that, on top of that, the fight night was amazing.
Mate, it was a good night. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was Ollie Cooper. So he fought James Osborne.
Yeah.
Good fight. I mean, Osborne, he give it his best. But what impressed me was at the presser, the size Ollie Cooper was then. I mean, he's tall, he looked a bit gangly.
Yeah.
But when he come out, mate, he looked like an absolute monster.
Yeah. I think what it is, obviously, with boxing, these guys get a whole day to rehydrate themselves and eat and everything. And I don't think Ollie Cooper was at the weight he was. Obviously, he wasn't at the weight he was when he was at the weigh-in, but he definitely put on at least a bit. I want to say 5 kilos he put on for sure.
Definitely. I mean, it definitely put on a couple, but the size difference between the two, like for Osborne, I thought he was trying to get in, he was trying to, throw them over the top rights and that, but Cooper seemed to have him, he looked relaxed and calm and sort of let him wear himself out. He was holding him down, pushing him down, wearing him down and that, and then devastating knockout.
That's the thing. As a boxer, you've got to play to your strengths, and Ollie Cooper did play to his strengths. Yeah. I feel like James Osborne is a fighter that when he gets in the inside and hits you with a few shots, he probably does hit hard, and he will cause you problems. However, Ollie didn't let that happen, and that's how you want to fight.
He kept him well at range with the jab, but then when he did get inside, he covered up well.
Yeah, he did.
And every shot seemed to hit him on the glove. Like he never looked troubled. Do you know what I mean? At any point. Yeah. And you could just see as the rounds went on, Osborne's heart and his fitness obviously went down. And he was getting tired when he was being held down, pushed down.
It is it's tough, but doesn't mean that Osborne is not a good fighter. I'm sure he'll be back. He's definitely a tough cookie. But Ollie Cooper's now English champion. He's got to go on to the British, surely.
Yeah, and let's move on to touch on another two fights that night, because I didn't get to see Charlie Edwards fight. We had to leave. But a friend of yours, Lucas Rowerig.
Oh, Lucas Rowerig, what a fighter! He is. He looks the part. He boxes the part, and he is definitely a rising star. The thing that really surprised me about him, he's such a humble, very, very humble guy. And obviously they say boxers are very humble, but like, I don't think he realizes he's destined for the stars for sure. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to put too much pressure on the kid, but he's definitely, if he's not world champion, I'll be very shocked. I can put my house and he'll be a world champion.
Is this another bet coming?
No, we're not betting. We're not betting. I lost my bet last time.
Who are we sparring this time?
But yeah, mate, what a fighter. He boxed well. I saw a highlight reel where he kind of came with a 1-2 and hit that left hook, and he was right along the end of just
Right on the button. But I spoke to George Groves, and he was telling me that they're going to be now looking for titles, either Alois Jr. or the possible winner of Hedges and Pat Brown. Pat Brown, I think, maybe a bit too early for him.
Yeah. The thing is, it's a bit unfair. I don't want to say it's a bit unfair, but it's a bit of a tough time for Lucas in this division, even domestically. Cruz.
Yeah.
If you go 10 years back, the only cruiserweights who were around were what? Tony Bellew, Nathan Cleverly, David Hay for a bit, Carl Thomas. Like, the cruiserweight really weren't a division, but now, oh my god, we're producing the. Well, first of all, we've got Chris Billam-Smith. He's at the top of the chain.
Well, Lucas has been sparring.
Yeah, he's been sparring as well. We've got Vidal Riley, that's just up behind him. Then we've got the rest of these guys.
Chef Clark.
Yeah, Chef Clark as well. We've got Alois Jr. We've got Lucas Rowerig himself. And there's still some guys that are still coming through the rank. Obviously, we've got Pat. I didn't mention Pat Brown as well. There's so many good cruiserweights, and I feel like cruiserweight is. I said to Lucas, you're on a division full of sharks. Not even at world level. Forget about world level. But
domestically, it's probably the best division in boxing.
I think eventually, the cruiserweight will be ran by British boxers. Sure, it has to be.
It's a statement.
With the talent that's coming in, it has to be, surely.
Well, let's move on to probably the last fight I wanted to discuss was a friend of yours, Tom Wellens.
Yeah.
That was a very good performance from him against a very, very tough and game opponent. And I spoke with Azar after.
Yeah.
And he was saying to me, that's the type of fight they wanted. Because he'd come off a loss recently, a lot of people would throw him in with like 1 or 2 rollovers, 2 or 3 rounds, stop him. He said that's the fight they wanted. They wanted him to believe in himself again.
Yeah.
And I think from speaking to him afterwards, I think he definitely does believe in himself again.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's obviously, everybody talks about that little blip in the road he had. He got, unfortunately, he didn't win that fight, and it was pretty bad what happened. I'm not going to say it wasn't bad, it was bad, but this is boxing at the end of the day, and at least he's a young kid as well. You've got to understand, he's 21 years old. Yeah, and the fact that he's like, okay, cool, that happened to me. I didn't get knocked out on home turf. But the fact that he's got himself back up, and now he's got a title around his waist, that just shows he is destined for boxing, and also he's resilient. And I'm sure he's gonna win more titles because he is a classy boxer.
Sometimes getting rid of the O isn't a bad thing.
It's
a bit less pressure, and he's tasted defeat. He's tasted it early on. Sometimes that could be the making. It can be a benefit rather than a hindrance.
I think it's better off. I know it's gonna sound bad me saying this. It's better for him to have that happen to him now than let it happen on the world level, because then it's a lot tougher to kind of get
harder
back
to
up.
come back.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think let's look now to bring on our guest today.
Yeah.
He's a young prospect coming through.
Yep.
His name's Dre Patterson. He's training out of Jab Boxing in Bushy, I believe.
Yeah.
Let's welcome him onto the pod.
For sure.
Today we have Dre Patterson on the pod. Welcome on, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing alright. Yeah.
Good. So, do you want to tell our listeners a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. I'm Dre Patterson from Wembley. I box out of Jab Boxing in Bushy. Had a good run in the amateurs. 18 amateur fights, 14 wins. Yeah, man. I boxed on Sky Sports.
Yeah.
I went 9-0. I won 2 box cups back to back. I boxed out in Spain. I boxed a lot of elite boys, beat kids lost the kids, hurt people, got hurt.
Yeah.
Then the whole way around, to be honest. Yeah.
So let's go back to where your life began then. Well, not obviously to begin, that was your birth. We'll move slightly on from that. But
yeah, mate, I was born in Amazon.
Yeah. What we'll leave the conception part alone. Well, you did tell me your parents are the same age as me, so that was brilliant start for me.
Wow, young parents, huh?
Yeah, my parents are young, man.
Yeah. 17, I'm young, is what we're trying to get at.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
No. Why boxing then? What made you come into boxing?
Look, I was living like a quite mad lifestyle, basically, growing up in Wembley and stuff like that. But
Boxing. What brought you into boxing then?
yeah, so one of my uncles used to box, basically. Yeah, he was one of the Zaz fighters. That's like the first memory I like had of boxing. I always used to watch like Mayweather highlights and stuff like that. I was a bit handy myself. Used to have like loads of fights with my mates and stuff. Used to get the gloves out like on the estate in school, messing around with that a little bit, but I was never really serious. Never really went to a boxing gym or nothing like that. I wanted to start something out and have a career in something, like a real career, like become somebody. You know what I mean? Like yeah, man. I fucking walked into a boxing gym, to be honest, man.
What was that like the first time you walk in?
It was a mad experience. I kind of walked in, like the smell hits you.
Yeah.
Like the environment's mad. You hear people on the bags shouting, flipping. You hear coaches. Like you see all these different kinds of people, and you kind of just get stuck in. That's what it was. So my first gym was Stonebridge Boxing Club.
Yes.
Yeah, went in there. Had a few sessions there. I done a few boxer side sessions. I met a coach, and I basically told him, Coach Collar, I don't know if you know him, Collar Coelho. I met him there, and he was working between there and jab boxing. So I actually met him on one of his last sessions. So he watched me, and he just first thing he ever said to me was like, "You dodge punches sick," basically.
Yeah.
Gave me that like little time of day. I had one chat with him, another chat with him. I done a 1-to-1 with him. Down in Alperton. I just basically told him bold, that like, look, I want to take this seriously. I want to like go all the way with it. And he believed in my vision from the get go, basically, man. I said to him straight, I want to get to the like very top of this sport. So as mad as it sounded at the time, like he gave me the time of day, and he said there's something about me where he thinks that I can actually do it. So I had that look in my eye. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Done a few 1-to-1s with him. He took me down to jab boxing, and he basically said, "This is where you need to be if you want to get to where you want to get to." So from there,
where's jab boxing?
In Bushy.
So yeah, and that's run by
Josh Burnham.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my head trainer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good trainer. You got some big fighters down in that gym as well, haven't you?
Yeah, man. You got the Tory Brown, and he just had his second fight yesterday. Actually, I was there.
Yeah.
Jawad Ilyas, he's about to have his third in June.
Yeah.
Got Sam Antwi, Joseph Abercrombie. We got a few good boys on there. Yeah.
What's that like in the gym, having fighters like that around you?
Yeah, good, man. Look. Obviously, I'm kind of like new to the game. Everyone else has loads of experience. So week in, week out, when I'm in there, I'm learning so much. I'm picking up so much from the boys and that. Just watching them, going down to sparring all these different places. I always just got stuck in and tried to like stay around everyone. So yeah, no, it's a good community down there. Everyone bounces off each other.
Yeah, so must be some good sparring down there then.
Oh, trust.
Yeah.
We've nicked a few brain cells with each other.
So speaking of sparring then, so who have you been sparring with then? Like, because you were telling me earlier you've been to a few different places to go and spar.
Yeah, so in the camp you got like Jawad, the Tory, I spar with these lot quite a lot. Tom Welling come down for sparring the other day, so we get a lot of like sparring from different gyms and stuff like that. We go out to loads of different gyms.
He trains up in St Albans as well.
Yeah.
Far from Bush, is that?
Yeah, and that's just basically they're neighbours.
Yeah.
And we went to go watch him as well on Friday. So
yeah,
that's good sparring.
Yeah.
No, it's just
So
well, man.
tell me a little bit then about your amateur career. You said 18 fights, 14 wins.
So from the time I told you that I basically went into the boxing gym, when I went down to jab, I was still like a month in, fresh. I basically said I want to get straight into it. So Josh basically threw me straight in. I had my first amateur fight after 4 or 5 months of training. I got straight into that.
Oh, that's quick.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Were you already athletic though? Like,
yeah.
You already fit?
Yeah.
That guy.
But boxing fitness is completely different, isn't it? So I still had to go.
Tell us about it.
Tell me about it, mate.
I still had to go through whatever other fight I had to go.
Yeah.
Through, you know what I mean? Sparring for the first time, like getting hit in that environment, obviously, like for the first time and stuff. Yeah, so it's not outside on the streets, probably just fucking feeling some cunt in.
Yeah.
It's controlled. It's different.
Yeah, and they know what they're doing as well.
People that are trained to do this.
Yeah, it's different ball game.
So yeah, man, it's just like being held accountable for the first time in the boxing. So I had to go through all of that. Flipping, know what it's like to get hit with a mad body shot. Know what it's like to be gassed and still having to crack on, basically. But yeah, I had my first fight after about 5 months. That was in Margate.
Margate,
Yeah, yeah. The kid I fought, Zach Drake had one fight. I think won it, got in there, beat him. 5-0 unanimous decision. I was raw though. I swear, I was basically boxing.
Just swinging arms.
Serious, you know what the maddest thing is? You call it swinging, but you're looking. I'm actually boxing, but just
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
own unique way.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah, it was tough.
So, yeah, that was my first. That was my first fight. I still got that medal. That was important to me. That basically
That's the
said,
first
look,
one.
I got in there and I done that.
Yeah, because we discussed previously, and you was telling me a bit about like your personal life. So if you want to touch on that, because then maybe they can understand why winning that first medal was so important to you.
Yeah, man. Because obviously, like I told you I wanted to dedicate my life to a cause. So I lost my little brother about 4 years ago. I lost him to gang violence, basically.
Sorry to hear that, my man.
Yeah, no, it was hard. It was tough. So I was in a tough place just with what I wanted to like do in my life. Like you lose people close to you, it starts to make you like realize how short life really is.
Yeah.
Basically. So I remember obviously as sad as it sounds, I see my brother die right in front of me.
Yeah.
Hospital, I see him taking his last breath. I remember promising him there that I'm gonna be a star.
Yeah.
Those are the words that come out of my mouth. I'm gonna be a star. I'm gonna do things and become great. I just didn't know what it was. I used to like music, and I always thought I'd I don't know, become a rapper or something. It's like, you kind of sometimes you look at your life all like what you good at. I've always had like I don't know lyrics, but I've been creative. I used to
Had some bars back in the day. Have you still got them
basically,
bars?
Yeah, like, I'm sure somewhere in my notes. I'm sure I have them somewhere in my notes. But yeah, now I've just put all of that energy into boxing basically. So
So that first medal really meant something to you because
that meant a lot.
That was your first step on the journey from what you promised your brother.
To be honest, it was more of a confirmation because when I come into the game, I didn't come into the game like, yo, I'm gonna have a go at this. I come into the game like I dropped everything I was doing and I said I'm going to go and do this. I want to go out and set myself on a mission.
And you know what? That's very that's very powerful. And you know what it is? What I love about boxing is always a story.
Yeah,
and the fact that you're doing it for that reason is beautiful to hear, honestly. Because I mean, I really hope you get to the top and
I will do,
and smash it. And you've got that burning inside you, that dedication. Obviously, like you just said, you dropped everything, and like you were saying earlier as well, like you've had that, being gassed out in the ring, being hurt in the ring, going into deep waters. A lot of people quit them, and they're like, 100%. You know what, boxing's not for me. You realize if you're man enough to be in this sport, and the fact that you're like, you know what, let's do it, and
the lifestyle that I come from, boxing became a luxury to me. Boxing became a safer space.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like what my old
First time I met you, like I went to watch you sit Dubai, and let's just say I was in training then for the Guinness Award of how many pints you can have in one night. I was lubricated, and I bumped into you. We was in a pub, and I was watching the boxing. I think it was like the earlier fights was on, and he was talking about boxing, and he told me, he goes, I'm going to go pro, and I was like, oh, right, mate. Like, you know what I mean, the amount of people that tell you they're going to go pro, I was like, and he's like, mate, he's just like, looked me square in the eyes, and he's like, I'm telling you, I'm going to the top. And then I was like, all right, I'm in. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
So yeah, I remember I met you in the pub.
You probably remember it more than me.
I'm about to break down exactly how this went, bro. Yeah, I'm sat in the pub. By the way, it's my sponsor, my main sponsor. They sponsor me.
Do you want to shout out to them?
Barrel and Corner.
Yeah.
In Wembley.
It's a good pub, to be fair.
Guinness. Oh, is that a pub you're sponsor?
Yeah, they're my main sponsor.
Guinness is nice in there. I can vouch for that.
Big up to them, man.
Yeah. Nah, they're good like that, man. I sat down with them, told them my story. They've been seeing me from a little boy. I've been going from a little boy, you know what I mean?
You've been drinking from a little boy?
Nah, I'm going in there to watch the football, you know what I mean? I have the fucking Sky subscription.
Yeah, I heard that.
Call it that. But anyway,
no one has a Sky subscription.
They got behind me, and they've been supporting me since. Anyways, I'm sat in there, waiting for the box. I think I went to that Usyk. I was just obviously just chilling in there for a bit before I went out to the road to go watch it. It was only close. But anyways, we get talking about boxing or whatever, and it's kind of like you kind of come straight with you might as well forget about it because how hard the game is and this and that. And I'm sat there looking.
In my eyes, this conversation went slightly differently. So I'm hearing this for the first time.
This is exactly what happened. I'm looking him. Look. Keep going. I'm looking dead in his eye, and in my head, I'm saying, "You ever say anything like that ever again to me?" And I swear to God. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just looking right through, man, and this is the thing that kind of go through my career, kind of, for whatever reason it is that I'll call it kind of the negative side of things, is like the things that why it can't go well. That just goes through one ear and comes right out the other. Do you know what I mean? I got different reasons to everyone now. Basically,
I
I'm
hear that.
setting out on a mission, and I made promises to people that ain't even here anymore. Do you know what I mean? So it means a lot more than more to me. This ain't just a, I don't know, a job to me or an idea. This is almost a promise. This is almost the thing that basically keeps me going, makes me feel alive, makes me feel like I'm fulfilling my dream, no matter how hard the route is, and no matter what good and bad things come with the sport. So like when you're in it for completely different reasons like that, there's only so much someone can say to you to convince you otherwise. So when I'm hearing something like that, I'm kind of just looking at you and thinking, like you don't even know like what this basically means to me. So anyways, I'm looking at him and I'm saying I'm going straight to the top of this sport. Like I'm on a one-man mission to become like the greatest fighter to ever lace a pair of gloves, and I meant that. You know what I mean?
Mate,
and after having that conversation, we got into the
Yeah.
proper into it, and I started seeing you at shows and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
like
and,
for me, when I spoke to you like that, I was trying to get the point across to you because not a lot, like obviously now speaking to you and getting to know you, I hear it and I believe it. But there's a lot of people that say I'm going to turn pro and they don't realise how hard it is to sell tickets. Like there's great fighters out there that have gone on to be journeymen because they can't sell tickets.
Yeah.
Like it's like we've discussed before, you have to sell yourself. You're a brand, you're a product. It's not just what you do in the ring, it's what you do outside the ring. But like I say to you, man, from getting to know you, I can see the hunger in your eyes. Like,
And even me seeing you, I've only known you for the last hour, and I can feel the hunger as well.
that's only because it took you an hour to set the mic.
Yeah, I know, but aside, jokes aside, I do see, and I love to see someone out there, you know, striving for their dreams, striving to be the best version of themselves, whether it's boxing, whether it's music, whatever it is. But yeah, big up to you, man. Big up to you.
So let's touch now back onto your amateur career. Yeah. So what's your plans going forward now? Are you going to stick in the amateurs or are you going to move out of the amateurs into the program and fulfill this dream?
I had my last amateur fight 2 months ago in the ABAs. And after that, I basically said I'm going to turn over now, man. I feel like I learned what I needed to learn from the amateurs. You got to remember, I had my first amateur fight after like 5 months of the sport. I got in there and I went on a crazy run. And I mean, my full fight, I went 9-0, didn't I?
Wow.
Before I took my first setback, but in that run, I beat great kids. My fourth fight, I beat a 26 bout kid on my home show, and I ain't just beating these kids. Like I'm completely outskilling them, dominating them. Bro, I'm really putting hands on these guys. You know what I mean? And this is another thing. Like my journey so far. First, this was like a ambition. It gets closer and closer to becoming like reality. It is my reality at the moment. So all of these things that I've gone through in my career is almost, it's confirming that kind of like that idea I had about like doing what I'm doing, is showing me that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Do you know what I mean? I'm not just getting in there and like, I don't know, nicking it or it's not just heart that's winning me these fights. I'm proper like evolving as a boxer, as an athlete. It's as if I was always supposed to do this.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like, and that's what the results end up showing me. Like no matter which way I went in life, I always would have ended up here. Yeah. Like, this is the only thing I think I've ever had true, genuine connection to and consistency with. Where now I'm thinking, was this an idea I set on, or was this always written for me? And have I just landed in the place that I'm supposed to be? And that's what it feels like to me, man. So yeah, I think.
So the pro world better watch out, mate, because Dre Patterson's on his way. He's on his way through.
Dre Patterson has a bit of ring to it as well.
Mate, it does. What's going to be your what's in the middle?
Dre Stone Cold Patterson.
Ooh, that sounds good.
But you know what? Nah, you just said my name has a little ring. That's one thing. That's no word of a lie. I've had a lot of people here tell me that name is almost like perfect for boxing.
That's what
I'll tell you the funniest thing. There's a kid in the amateurs, yeah. He I put a Q&A up one time and he messaged me saying Dre Patterson is like a sick boxing. The guy's name is literally Winner. His name is Winner. How can you have a better name than Winner? And he told me, he said, yo, like Dre Patterson's a cool boxing name. Every time I talk to people, they're like,
mate, if you get the old like 34 fights, 34 wins, 34 by 30 by knockout,
you know
so, mate, that dong, dong, mate.
You know, crazy, man. Even like, I can imagine the MC trying to say that name, and yeah, crazy, man. That's a good name.
I've practiced it a few times in the mirror, but I've got a proper ring to it, but trust me.
Yeah,
trust.
So before we move on to talk a little bit about boxing news, I have got something to tell you, Faz.
Go on.
So a couple of people have hit me up on Instagram, and they've been impressed with your capabilities of saying Irish name.
Oh.
So I took it upon myself to write up 3 names. So Dre, you jump in on this. I'm going to show you this first name, and I'm going to see if you can pronounce this name.
Oh, you can show him first?
I'm going to show the camera first so the people at home can see, and I'm going to show you two.
Oh my god. Okay.
So, Faz, you go first, man, because I think it's entertainment value for me.
Oh, mate. Offie? Iofi? I'm dyslexic as well.
Okay. What about you, Dre? What you got? Alfie? That's actually Aoife. Aoife.
Come on, no one's trying to be too
Right,
clever.
no. Weren't too, right.
Aoife. Wait, can we go?
Yeah, we can go back.
Where's Aoife?
Mate, this is Irish. This is an Irish name.
If it's a different language, how am I supposed to know it?
Mate, come on.
Aoife.
This is
so
what
you
the
knew
public
that before the...
Well, obviously I knew what it was. Like it's just...
He's not answering the question.
Yeah. That's how questions work, Faz. Like the person who asks them knows the answer.
Crazy. Anyway, next name.
Yeah. So I'm going to show
I know this one.
I'll do you.
I know this one as well.
Go on.
Neve.
Yeah.
Oh, my man. Come on.
I only know that because I know someone called Neve.
Yeah, there was a person that used to work with called Neve.
If you get this one, then I'm going to be double impressed.
Oh, my God. Okay, do you know what? I'm not. This is not my answer. It looks like it says psoriasis in my head.
Oh my god!
But I'm sorry if that's your name. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me bring you up. Okay. So you had Aoife.
To be fair, the Irish guy told you, Jack Corey's friend said to you what this name was the other night, but you weren't really paying much. Yeah.
Psoriasis.
What are we going with?
Saoirse.
Saoirse.
Yeah.
You got to say in the Irish.
This is just a setup because
it is a setup. It is
how you fit them names together. You ain't coming out with them.
No.
In the world.
But even if I was born in Ireland,
listen,
I'll get them names wrong.
Oh no, not if you was born in Ireland, mate. You get them names. But lads, anyway, enough of the fun and games. Let's talk about boxing recently. So Bivol, he got the win last night. Yep. Did you get to watch that? I haven't watched it yet. I've seen some highlights.
I watched bits and bobs of the fight. Yeah, he looked dominant. The thing is, I know Bivol had a back injury, and he's obviously recently come back. This is come back.
He hurt his hand as well. I'm sure he was.
Yeah, I think he did have a hand injury, but I read something that it was his back as well. He had a surgery in his back.
Okay.
And yeah, he's come back, and obviously it's a comeback fight. I don't know the opponent that well.
Michael
Aoife. I don't know. I don't really know much of him. No disrespect to him, of course, but I mean, Bivol did box well. He won easily. He knocked the guy down.
He dropped him in the first round, didn't he?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It was a lovely step back, like hook.
Yeah.
But Bivol's the master of that. Like
you're basically in the air when you hit them with a shot.
Yeah, he's like, dude.
You know, he has that thing with like pros about like sitting on your shots and kind of like breaking out damage and style. He's made it work for himself. He does that for 12 rounds, and that's just him.
I like Bivol. I like watching him box. Like when I thought he bought Better Biev twice. I thought he beat him twice.
I don't. I think Better Biev won the first fight.
You think so?
Yeah, just about. And then I think he won the second fight for sure.
So where would you go now with Bivol?
Well, he's obviously champion. Has he still got the belts? He still probably does have the belts. Obviously, he was injured and whatnot. I think I wouldn't mind a matchup with him and Benavidez. I know Benavidez went up to cruiserweight. He is probably going to come back down to light heavyweight. But I would like to see that fight as a boxing fan, and I think that would be a crazy fight. I do think Benavidez will win though. I don't know what it is. I just can't see Benavidez losing. But Bivol's done it all. He's undisputed. He had all the belts of light heavyweight. There's no point in him.
Is there anyone really in that division for him left now to beat?
Apart from Benavidez, that's it. There's no forget about the Ben Whitakers and whatnot. They're
I think they're a way off of him now. They're a year. I mean, Bivol. What's Bivol now? He's got to be 36 or something, now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's about that. 36, but he's coming to the end of his career, so I think.
He's still got a few fights left. Big ones.
Does he need to prove anything?
Yeah.
No.
He's just in it to make money now.
And that's it. Just go about his life.
You could argue his fight with Berterbiev was like that's his legacy fight. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think there'll be a third one?
100%.
I don't want to say a third one. I think Berterbiev is too old now as well, man. He's like 41, 42.
Do you think he'll fight again?
40-40, he had 100% KO record.
Yeah.
Couldn't get him out of there. That's the first one. Arguably, he won that fight. I thought he won it for me.
Yeah.
He's come out and beat him again. Do you know what I mean? His next few fights will probably be I don't know, money fights. Will probably try to get another great name on his resume.
I think the only fight that makes sense is Benavidez.
Yeah, I think probably that's the only fight. What like I want to see as a fan, where I'm going to pay. I say pay. Would pay to go watch it. Anyone else? I think now he's just treading water, isn't he? Like he's just making money. Like even last night, like did anyone think the other guy was going to win?
No, I didn't. I watched bits of Bosman. I was just like, whatever. But it wasn't a fight that I'm gonna be like, oh, I really want to watch it, because I do like watching people fight. But
You know what I watched last night? Shaki Foster and Raymond.
That was my next thing I wanted to talk about.
Come in the ring, giving him.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
So Foster won on points, didn't he?
Yeah, Foster's a sick boxer, man. Foster's good boxer.
But Shakur Stevens.
Nah, of course. So I'm not comparing him to him in that respect and stuff. But he got like beats Fulton, beats Raymond Ford. You know what I mean? He shows that he's like a level above. He's had a few losses on the way up as well. You know what I mean? But I've kind of come to learn like about Foster. Watching him last night, thinking he is nice. He is good. He's a good boxer.
I mean, that's probably a fight. The Shakur Stevenson is just like one of them fights. It's a generational great.
Massive, man. You know what? For the first time I see him in there with him, he looked massive. Seriously, it was ridiculous. The first thing he said to me is like, look at the size of you. But then there was some talk about like sparring with them or some shit that's happening. But I'm kind of grown to like Foster, man. You know what I mean? He kind of like he's like a hood kind of fighter. You know what I mean? He's come from it. You know what I'm trying to say? Is I see them talking to each other in the ring, and I'm trying to work out what they're saying to each other. It was a good watch though. So I've become. Yeah, man, it's cool. I like it.
But again, with Shakur Stevenson, I just don't. Again, another fight. I don't see getting beat.
I don't see anyone really hitting him. Like, do you know,
he's
like
very good.
Do you know, like it's one of them ones that it's like, who do you really remember anyone really like troubling him at any point in any fight where they've like?
But what really surprised me though is when you fought Josh Padley and that went 9 rounds, and Josh Padley only had 2 days' notice. That was a bit like, Shakur should have dealt with him a lot earlier. But I'm not saying Shakur Stevenson is miles ahead of Josh Padley, but
I mean, Padley put on an absolute great performance, and let's be honest, he must have put him down 5 or 6 times, like in that fight, like. Do you know what I mean?
But
and
with Stevenson,
and he went about that fight like that was elite. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
to me, it felt
argument for him to. What do you want to like kind of go up to him, expect him to get him out of there in 2-3 rounds? That's he's not even that kind of fighter.
Yeah, but for me, he boxed really well. He set up freezing fours, with, like finishing with body shots, and then he started to see how effective Padley was with the body shots, and he started setting them up all the time. Which, like you say, for me, elite showed skill. To me, it looked like it was one of them ones, like a high level sparring session for him.
Like, fair play to Padley, but he had nothing.
Mate,
for him.
It made Padley's name. Let's be honest.
Yeah, he quit his full-time job.
Yeah. He gave up his job.
He was an electrician.
Yeah, I believe he was. Yeah.
Fair play, mate.
I'm still waiting for my call. Shakur, if you
take that shit.
He did like take a bit of a hiding, but I guarantee you left that ring and gone.
Mate, his next fight was on Riyadh.
Approximately, I heard that he made around up to $1 million or just over $1 million on that fight, and for him.
But he went and then headlined the next show.
Yeah,
like
and he's fighting Akib Fiaz soon as well.
Yeah.
I don't believe in this personally, but you know, sometimes you can lose well. He lost
well. Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Like he went in there and he gained more respect from losing that fight than what he would have done if he fought someone else and won. Right, guys, so before I let you go, Dre, we're doing this little competition now, the guest versus Faz. I'm going to ask 3 questions. I need you to win this for me, mate, because I can't have him winning this section.
I've got like an 85% win record, bro. Trust me.
Yeah, you got a high win record, man. You can't even fail. Yeah. Right, so the first question, and by the way, like before anyone jumps in my fucking DMs, this is ChatGPT have given me these answers. Yeah, I don't know these off the top of my head.
I know he sat up in his bedroom last night just drafting.
No, I done it 5 minutes ago. Listen, right.
Madness.
Can you name the only English heavyweight to win the English, the British, the European, and world titles?
Tyson Fury. No,
you're out. I'll take your first answer. That's it. You're done. I mean, like, obviously I wouldn't give you any clues in that, but it's quite a recent one, you know?
And Joshua.
Fabio Wardley.
I had that in my head, I swear.
Right, so...
Yeah, right.
I had that in my head, I swear.
Yeah, mate, he's chatting. It is what he went, do you know, that was my second answer. That's what I was going to next. Right, the last 5 British heavyweight champions.
How are we doing this?
Mate, you just say them. Like
Danny Dubois. The last 5, yeah?
You go first. Go
Okay,
on.
Daniel Dubois, Fabio Wardley,
You wait. You can go next.
Daniel Dubois, Fabio Wardley, Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury. Who's the next heavyweight champion? English. Anthony Joshua.
The last 5 British champions, not world champions.
Oh, British.
I'm looking at
To win,
heavyweights.
yeah, the last 5 heavyweights to win the British title.
British title.
Yeah,
Did you say
again.
world title?
I never said world.
Oh my god.
I said the last 5 British champions.
Okay. Fabio Wardley. Dave. No, Dave.
Mate, I'm gonna have to get you to wrap this up in a
The
minute.
last
Like,
5,
you're
yeah,
like, we gotta go home at some point.
I got a good
Okay,
goal.
let me go quick. Let me just go out, mate. Alright.
I'm
Fabio
going.
Wardley, Adelaide.
You got 5 seconds, mate.
Okay,
Roll them out. 3 names.
Dylan White.
Oh, right,
John
you're
McDermott.
out. You're out. Let's go.
Alright. Reactor.
Yeah, current champion.
Yeah.
Oh,
TKV.
I'm an
Yes.
idiot. I'm an idiot.
British. Dave Allen. Have I gone wrong there?
Dave Allen's never won a British title.
Really?
So the 5 are, in order, most recent, Richard Riakporhe, Jamie TKV, David Adelaide, Fabio Wardley, and Joe Joyce.
Do you know what the crazy thing? I thought you said world. I heard you wrong, man. Sorry. I thought you said world title, but my bad. I'm gonna look so.
That wasn't a bad little goal, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that wasn't my bad, yeah.
That's, you done way better than me. I was thinking world champion
Right,
for some reason, but yeah.
so
but-
for you, listen to this very carefully.
Yeah.
What year did Tyson Fury become British champion? British champion, not world
British
champion.
champion.
Yeah.
Well, British Championship.
And for a bonus point, can you name who he beat?
Is it John McDermott?
What's it with you and John
I don't
McDermott?
know. I remember that fight. With
He
him.
lost that fight, in my opinion, to be
Yeah,
fair.
he probably did. Does it begin with D?
Mate, I'm not...
Okay, I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Go on.
Derek Chisora, 2013, 14.
I'm going to give you a clue lower.
2012.
Oh, 2011.
Oh.
Fun fact, both of them were 14-0.
Derek Chisora.
Yeah, Derek
See,
Chisora.
but okay, so do I get a point for that though?
You get a point for that, but you lost.
Have I lost?
Because I make up the rules.
Oh, okay. What's the point? Maybe you should have asked better questions, you know?
But what do you mean ask? But you should listen. That's your problem.
Nah, I
Don't
think you should be
listen.
a bit more clear next time. And ask, like, proper questions.
What,
about
like,
the
I mean, like, you just don't listen. That's your problem.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, before you fucking throw a hissy fit, Dre, my man, thank you very much for coming on the podcast.
mate,
That's all good. I'm clipping that.
Yeah.
I'm clipping that.
we got to take that out. Thank you for
Well
coming
done. I
on.
appreciate
See,
it, man. My guy.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I threw the tumps out first. That was waiting
This
for
is
you.
from the hood,
Yeah,
man.
I was about
We
to
have
slip
do
it, but I thought you were trying to.
We can't talk about that. Listen, brother, I wish you all the best. Good luck. And you know, when you get to like Vegas and that, don't forget your boys, innit?
Don't worry, man.
One thing I want you to say though, have you got anything to say to the guys out there, the kids out there, the young girls and young boys out there that are training, that want to, follow in your footsteps?
Keep going after your dreams. Get up every day and get into that gym basically and give it your all. Listen to your coach. And yeah, man, just follow your heart. And I'm sure you'll get to where you want to be in due time. God bless you. God bless you all.
Thank you, my
That's
man.
some great words. Great way to end a lovely podcast.
Thank you very much, guys. Until next time.